Hello, and welcome back to Industrious. I am Micaiah Shaw, your host, and today I'm joined by my sister, Abi Lopez. Say hello, Abi.
Hello.
Hooray! No, we're not supposed to do that.
Oh, no laughing.
No laughing. I'm cutting this out. If you hear any other heavy breathing, that's my son, Zeke, the infant.
The Darth Vader cameo.
Yes. He's making his debut in the podcasting world. Anyway, today we're talking about organization, specifically of stuff, not of schedules. For no reason. We're not going to comment on that.
No connection.
Anyway, Abi is an organizer by trade. You organize people's things.
Not by habit.
Not by habit. We're going to get to that in a minute.
By trade.
By trade. So, how long have you been organizing people's things, Abi?
I have been professionally organizing homes since 2018. So, 3 years now.
Yeah. And it's basically a full-time job, right?
Yes, it's one of my full-time side jobs.
Full-time. You knit them together into a full-time job.
Right. One of my 4 part-time jobs.
Right. Yeah. So, how many people on average do you, organize for?
Generally it's more bigger projects that'll be brought in for one time. But for 2 or 3 different families weekly, I either organize or clean their home.
Right, yeah, I guess that's true. I was kind of lumping in cleaning with organizing.
Yes.
But I guess they can be different things.
Yes.
A lot of time. I feel like right now I felt like doing the organization talk because the spring cleaning has hit.
Yes, spring cleaning
the itch to spring clean.
All the windows are open at work now.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, so we grew up sharing a room. And organization.
Our beds were raised.
Yes, you were in the
everything
loft.
fit under.
That's true. And we did have a chair at one point.
It was a glorious lazy boy.
Yes.
That held everything.
It did. It was basically a location to pile things.
Yes.
And every once in a while we would clear it off and then we would feel very proud of ourselves. But it usually took a
sit
day
there
of singing
for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. It usually took a full day of singing the entire Les Mis soundtrack
twice
to clean things. And then we saw the chair and then a week later it was gone again. Anyway, so that's our history in the cleaning. But we were raised by a very organized person.
Yes.
And we moved with the military multiple times.
Yes.
And there were always moments.
I did the math once. I have had over 13 bedrooms.
Right. Yeah, and you've moved more than I have.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're at 13 now. And I've gotten steadily more and more organized over the years.
Which is a good thing.
It is.
It's good to go up.
Yeah.
To get better and better in a certain respect.
Yes.
But yes, we have very fond, very clear memories of Mom helping us declutter before a move.
Yes.
Or helping us
in the box or in the bag.
Purge. Yes, there were piles you either kept, gave away, or threw away.
Yes.
And Mom wanted everything in the throwaway pile.
Yes. There were various sizes, and from biggest to smallest it was throw away, give away, keep.
Right. And my favorite memory of that is in our house in Hawaii where there were the long hallways upstairs. And Mom had decided, since none of us had opened our closets to clean them yet, and she had told us over and over again, that she goes billowing down the hallway with black trash bags behind her going, I'll do it myself.
It was a very Professor Snape billow moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were all running in front of her going, no, I'll do it. I'll do it. Wait.
Blocking doorways.
Yes. It was
with
very
our
dramatic.
Bodies and our things.
The unfolded boxes.
Yes.
I'll do it myself.
Good memories. Good memories.
Oh, very good memories. Right. So I was wondering, because I haven't asked you this before, about how you organize for... We never talk. Yeah. How you organize for other people. Zeke, we're podcasting. I was wondering, when you organize for other people, do you use different methods for different people in your organization?
Yeah, so some people are much more, let's break it down this way. I'm someone who, anytime I feel like I own too many things, I put on the Minimalist podcast on Netflix. No, not a plug. And I pull in a trash bag and I go, all right, let's go. And that started when I was 16. Was probably the first time I watched it. It came out in 2015. So it was the year after. And in our house in Washington, I decided all of my belongings would fit in 3 large U-Haul boxes and 2 suitcases. Mm-hmm. And then I had my bed, my desk, and my bookshelf. And everything fit into those things. That was, I reached that goal, made that goal. Mm-hmm. I enjoy purging. It's my love language. Mm-hmm. Let's throw things out. I'm very much like Mom. We've become
more like our mother as time has gone on.
But then, so I have some clients that are very much like me. They just want things gone. And that one is my favorite because we just throw things out. Away. It's very satisfying.
Things, other people's things.
When it's not your own, everything else seems very clear treasure trash. There's not much of a gray field for me. And then there are some people who are more like our grandmother who finds value in everything.
Right.
So then it's making my normal way of doing is I walk in and I go, you do not have to get rid of anything.
Right. Assuring them that you're not there to
I'm not there to throw things everything out. Yeah. My biggest battle with one of my clients, we will leave unnamed. She will know who she is.
She may or may not listen. It's
fine. She will. She's very supportive. Oh, no. Was cardboard boxes. Right. She would not throw out any possibly useful cardboard box. Okay. So we started with, okay, let's compile them all. So we fit the smaller ones and the bigger. We played a lot of Russian nesting dolls with cardboard boxes. And then we filled half the garage with them.
Just stacked them.
Just stacked.
Right.
And I was like, all right, if we don't need them for the next 2 months, we will throw out half.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like, okay, that's manageable.
Right.
And we went 2.5 months. I gave her an extra half. I think I had a week off. And when we came back and I looked at them and I was like, all right, which ones are we getting rid of?
Yeah, none of these have been touched.
And I let her pick. But then we got rid of all of them. And I put one of her sons to flattening the boxes. Right. And we spent an hour flattening boxes.
That's awesome.
And then we threw them out. And then I gave her another 2 months. And now, I am very proud to say, there are a total of 5 empty boxes in that garage.
Hooray!
I've gotten rid of so many of them. And she has never gone into her garage needing a box and not been able to find what she needs.
That's good.
So
different methods.
It's different methods for every single person.
Yeah.
And I go according to need.
What they need, right?
Yes. And some people like the minimalist look and so want to get rid of as much. Other people like being prepared for any possible thing. And we organize that way they are prepared. And sometimes that means we build more shelves.
And that can be necessary.
And that's had to happen.
Yeah. I think with me, I've had different styles of whether or not I want to be more minimalistic or more maximalistic.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
I made that up.
Trademark.
That's mine.
TM.
Never.
That's Micaiah's. Trademark.
Anyway, so I think right now I'm definitely not in a minimalistic time of life. Don't look around like that.
I didn't look at anything.
No, we're in my living room, and it's actually clean. I did the floors today.
I'm impressed.
Thanks. But definitely not in a very minimalistic time with little children who have toys and managing different sizes of clothes for lots of different people in my house. Seasons of change for me and my toddler and my infant. You know, there's lots of clothes around, lots of toys, lots of all of that. Anyway, I think what I've had to figure out is there are just different times that different methods of organizing work, and I have to, because specifically, for example, right now I've got my pantry set up in my laundry room, and in our previous apartment, I didn't have a pantry. I used a coat closet that I put shelves in the coat closet.
You were very efficient with
I was very proud of it, but it was definitely a makeshift pantry because there was just no food storage anywhere in the kitchen. So coming to this house where there were these shelves in the laundry room / utility room, I was like, this will be perfect for food storage. I'll have somewhere to actually put my dry goods, etc. And I even got like storage bins, like Snapware for Christmas this year, which was very exciting to me. And that's how you know you're an adult.
Yes.
Anyway, I just recently realized that I don't think this is actually the best use of space, because the shelving is like as deep as my arm is long, maybe even a little deeper. It's really deep. And it's hard to keep food stored neatly in there just because it's so deep and you can't see things. Yeah, there's just too much space and you can't see things at a certain point, and they get like mixed behind each other and you don't know where things, even when they're labeled. It doesn't help. They disappear. And so I've decided I think I'm going to get like a cabinet to put in my hallway, because there's a nice little corner where there was a baby sleeping in a cradle at one point, but now he's moved on to greener pastures in the boys' room. So I'm thinking of putting a cabinet right there and making it like an actual pantry. Yeah. And then using that storage in the... Sorry, now the baby's playing with blocks in the background, so it might be a little noisy. Anyway, yes. Exactly. Immediate noise. And then taking the laundry room space and actually making it storage so that I can store Christmas decorations and clothes that we're not wearing because they're out of season, etc. So... I think I'm starting to figure out, like, things will just kind of rotate as I figure out better uses for things. And, like, different baskets will hold different things at different times. Yeah. Or,
the one note I would give when you clear out of the laundry room as your pantry is the biggest problem when people go into an organizational phase is they free up a lot of space.
And then you have to buy a lot of things.
And that is not true. And that's our big problem.
Buy more things. Fill the space.
And that's like, if you're going for the minimalistic look, but you're not committed to the minimalistic lifestyle, it's kind of a fun circle because you can always declutter more because you're always buying more. Right. Your wallet hates you, but your trash can really gets a lot of use. But so that'll be something for you to explore when you move everything out of your laundry room and you go, oh, I have so much more space. Right. We could get 4 tubs of Christmas stuff, not just 2. Yeah. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you don't have enough room for your Christmas decorations. Yeah.
And you end up with spring decor and
exactly.
like, all the different things.
And all of a sudden you've bought a storage unit. Yeah. And you don't know how you filled it up already. Right. But yeah, so the dangers with trying to over-organize is that you are like, I need it all cleared out, and now I have so much space, and I'm just going to fill it.
Fill it right back up.
So I like to go in and organize people's things, and they're like, well, if we squish this over, we have all this open space. I'm like, yeah, but if we take up a little bit of that space, and it's not as condensed,
well, you can see everything you have.
You can see everything easier. It's not like, oh, we have to pull this out to see what's behind it. Mm-hmm. You're less likely to shove more into that space.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because you're not trying to fill it up, because our natural instinct when we see an empty spot on our bookshelf or on our cabinets is, what do we put there?
Right.
What goes there?
And I think having, like, what you did with the cardboard boxes is a good idea. Just giving it time to sit there and just, like, see how you feel about how this space is working for you now, and not just be quick to make any changes.
Rash decisions.
Either getting rid of things or buying new things. Yeah. And I think one of those methods for clearing out your closet was kind of like that, where you turn all the hangers around so that they're the opposite way to when you put them, like, naturally, you just hang them on the bar. So if you put them kind of so that the hook is pointed towards you, this is hard to explain on a podcast. But anyway, you've probably heard of it. It's a pretty popular, method to, so if you put them the opposite way and then you just, like, wait a whole season, like maybe all summer you've hung out your summer dresses or your summer clothing like this, and then when you take something down to wear it, then when you put it back up, you put it back a normal way. So basically the concept is, at the end of the summer, any hanger that hasn't been moved to the proper position or the right orientation, you get rid of that item because you obviously didn't touch it all season.
And part of me likes that method, except for the fact that my lazy self wears a total of 5 different outfits.
Right.
And so if 3 of my favorite outfits are now facing the right way, I am more likely to just use the easier to access hanger.
Right.
And not touch any. So I tried
even
that
if you would like.
Yeah, even if I'm like, I like it. But I had a closet where you had to like finagle with it to get it out of the hook if it was faced the wrong way. And so I just stopped using
path of least resistance.
Yes. I was like, well, it looks like I'm wearing yoga pants once again.
Oh
because
no.
That's difficult.
This is my style.
My other way of getting rid of clothes is if you have those, I don't think I've used any of them, I fold them up and put them out of sight. And then if my brain ever goes, I want that, I go looking for it, I get it. So every now and then I'll open a drawer going, what is this drawer here for? And it has 6 different things in it. I'm like, I forgot I had these. And they go into my donate pile.
Right, because you haven't even thought of them.
So it was the bottom drawer on my dresser. I would open it and go, I have this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this is a summer dress and it's 2 weeks till summer. So I obviously put it here last summer and haven't touched it. So it needs to go away. I didn't even go looking for it.
Yeah.
And then it's also when I'm like getting dressed and like, I really missed that top. I know what drawer to go look for it in. And then it goes back up onto my hanging clothes.
Yeah.
But I hang all of my clothes except for pajamas and socks and underwear. Everything is up on a hanger.
So it's easy to see.
Yeah, and that way I know exactly what I have and it's not something that gets stuck in the back of the drawer. So the only thing in drawers are pajamas, and that includes my sweatpants, and socks and underwear and my swimsuit.
Nice.
And that's all that goes in my drawers.
Yeah, I have a weird relationship with clothing organization currently because after having a baby, it's like I was in maternity clothes for so long, and then now it's like nothing really fits the same way it used to, but I don't want to get rid of things because who knows if that might fit.
It might.
And then at the same time, last summer I was pregnant, and I basically threw out all my summer things because I was like, I'll never fit in this ever again. Yeah. You know, in one of those very cheerful moments.
That's why I put stuff in drawers. I don't throw it out immediately because...
I mean, and those things were things that I had probably had since college, since the middle of college.
There were some things you did need to get rid of.
I'll just get a new summer wardrobe.
But especially, I never like to throw something out before I have its replacement piece.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I throw out all my shorts and then we hit a 70-degree day, which is possible here in Idaho, no matter what month you're in. Yeah. I don't want to be like, well, I'm wearing jeans and overheating because I threw out the only shorts I owned because I didn't like them today.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, Zeke just spat up. 1 second.
This podcast was interrupted by a baby doing baby things. So if you'd like to hear more of Abby and I discussing organization, and specifically minimalism, tune in next time for more. Thank you for listening. We'll see you later. Bye.